need to get in touch with the clan operating in this location. Do you know where I can find them? I do. She scrutinized me with her gaze. The clan was interested in a new player, one that I'm looking for. I think we can help each other, if only by exchanging information. If the players got the leader's attention, they're lucky. The leader knows how to have fun. If they met, the newbie earned some memories to keep. Impress me, and maybe I'll arrange for you to meet the leader somewhere comfortable. Then you'll see.
To me, dirty.
I know you had the clan in this location. He looked at me curiously. And I know you're the Gamedec looking for the player. You may not be a fool, but are you worth my attention? You know who I'm looking for? Great. Where can I find them? You think this world exists only to answer your questions? Do something for me, and then I might tell you something. What do you need? She flashed her teeth. Get undressed slowly. Okay, I'll get undressed, but you go first. In this world, I dictate the terms. Anyone who plays with me has to obey them. I require full obedience. Do you want information? Come with me. We'll play my game. If you behave like a good little Gamedec, I'll answer your questions. Okay, let's go. I had a bad feeling about it.
Talk to me, dirty.
Nobody will bother us here, so I'm looking for a player. I want to find out. You want to find out. Your needs are not the ones we will focus on. I'll consider giving you answers if you comply. I looked at her silently, hoping to faze her. No luck. She easily withstood my silence. Here are the rules. I give you an order or a question. Your obedience and honesty will be awarded with an answer. You must earn each answer. Ready? Let's begin. There's the theater at the center of this location. It's sort of a symbol. Here, every event is a scene allowing you to act out your fantasies. Some dream of dominating, others dream of being dominated. What do you think about that? There are killing games, fishing games, and knitting games. Everyone has their needs. Who am I to judge? I could introduce you to this world if you could prove you were worth my time. You're a member of the clan. What is your cause, your ideology? She grew serious. We have access to phenomena that allow to learn more about reality. To peek behind the curtain, see the truth. I strived to make my voice as neutral as possible. What kind of phenomena? First, it is the place that allows us to learn the world's secrets. Our leader explores ways to tune into the environment and read signs. Tell me more about this reincarnation. For a moment, she stopped being a predator. We just began to discover it, but I saw with my own eyes. I had a vision, okay? I had a vision. Okay, that's enough. My turn. Do you consider yourself a good detective, one that would do anything to find the truth? It's the only thing I'm good at. For me, it's not a job. It's the core of my existence. Do you need any help? It is I who can help you. You are the one who seeks the truth. I will give you the opportunity to learn more. They call us a cult because they attempt to learn about things that others deny exist. We analyze experiences. We're game decks of the real world. Join us. Am I supposed to search for mysticism in atoms, quarks, and electrons? It's easy to mock things you do not understand. I'm offering you knowledge. You don't have to do a thing. Just declare yourself our ally. Fine, you have my support. Will you answer my questions now? She smiled with obvious satisfaction. The boy I'm looking for. You know where I can find him? Am I to tell you the most important thing first? You don't start a game at the final round, nor sex with an orgasm. You need to learn from it. You need to earn it all. It's important to me. I'll do anything you want. She licked her lips like a cat watching a fat mouse. Good. I couldn't read her eyes. My turn. I need a game deck. I experienced something I cannot explain, so have other clan members. Would you go where I asked to seek an explanation? You have already declared the support for a clan. This is just one step further. I knew she was manipulating me, but I couldn't refuse. I've had stranger clients than you. If you need help, I'll do what I can. I'll remember that. I commend you for listening without judgment. I always reward such behavior. The player you're looking for is imprisoned in the theater, the building in the middle of this location. I can help you get inside if you're nice to me. My turn. It's dangerous to come here with a little knowledge of yourself. Let me ask, why did you become a game deck? I know many worlds. I can manage in all of them and feel like a stranger in each one. In my line of work, it's an advantage, not a problem. Does the real world feel this way too? I can show you a refuge where everyone fits. Would you like that? That's not your usual virtualium. Twisted and Perverted has a player versus player mode, but so far I haven't seen any fights. PMP uses PMP mode because it enables players to feel pain. Turn it on and I'll show you. I opened the game menu and cautiously changed my settings. A small whip materialized in her hand and she hit me. She laughed when I gasped from the pain. This is obviously not your thing, game deck. She looked at me with enough heat to burn through a skull. I think you should refer to me as mistress. As you wish, mistress. Very good, game deck. You've earned an answer. She seemed content, like the cat that caught a canary. There were 3 of them. The boys logged in with a girl. Do you know what happened to her? She was perfect. Weak, guilt-ridden. I immobilized her so that she could still feel, but be completely at my mercy. Then I handed her over to Fredo. Her gaze bore into me, waiting for my reaction. Tell me more. She was utterly helpless. I went back to her a couple of times until she learned to react with fear and arousal just at the sight of me. Her gaze penetrated me without holding back. We spoke of fantasies. Do you want me to help you experience the pleasures you fear to imagine? All you need is to ask. Teach me a pleasure, please. And I bowed before her. I felt the tip of her knife on my back. Elsewhere, her other hand successfully diverted my attention from the blade. Don't move. I wouldn't want to hurt you by accident. We can talk some more if you are able to focus. The boy I'm looking for. You've seen the player I'm looking for, haven't you? What? We did so much more than look. He's insatiable. He fits this world perfectly. I got as much pleasure out of him as I could. Don't be so indigent. He was happy when he left, and only slightly worn out. He wanted more. Must have been the best gameplay he ever experienced. He wanted me to stay longer, but I got bored. She focused her gaze on my body again. Her bearing seemed to demand complete obedience. Remember, you can say stop at any moment. Although I see in your heart you would rather ask for more. She was compelling and gorgeous, and she certainly knew what she was doing. Don't stop. She smiled triumphantly. Her hands made it hard for me to remember the Versalium around us. Don't you dare do anything I won't. Don't you dare do anything I don't let you. You're a member of the clan. How do your clan's beliefs relate to the kinkiness of this world? The clan comprises players from many worlds. This one's under my jurisdiction, so I recruit here. We're one of the most powerful factions in this location. Recruiting people like that, to be dominated, you've chosen a smart combination. I saw the shadow of a smile on her face. I liked playing with you, Gamedec. Your actions are worthy of Twisted and Perverted, and this is your reward. She was intoxicating. I couldn't focus and wasn't prepared for her to stop and reach for the knife while controlling my skin. I parried on instinct. She smiled and kissed me before her avatar dissipated. I finally noticed she had slipped something into my pocket. A key. Damaged car should disappear. This one didn't. If I'm to get out of here, I should look for the development stack and remove the car manually. Or look for a more direct way. The stack's windows slide out, inviting me to touch them. A trash can. It's actually kind of funny that most games have these. There we go, a mine. I expect it didn't go off when someone tried to detonate it, so they threw it in the trash can. Makes perfect sense. See you on the other side. Welcome to the House of Pleasure, user Umbre Dominix 69. May your hunt be fruitful and your stay sensual. Like father, like son.
Welcome, Gamedec.
Someone finally showed up. I may have been expecting it, but the feeling of surprise is so refreshing. A game deck. So Mr. Haggis got scared, which was only a means to another end. Have a look at this. Fredo is completely stripped of his masking skin. This is his own really himself. Carnal, sweaty. Fredo's a minor. He's killing a girl inside of an adult game. What do you want? Everything you see here is recorded from every possible angle, and if Haggis doesn't do what I'm asking, well, the footage of the boy's full name will be published all over the net, and it'll be entitled, Like Father, Like Son. What exactly do you want from Mr. Haggis? He knows exactly what I want, and it's not about money. He's got to do it. He's got to do what I tell him, no more, no less. What do you want from me? Just tell him to listen to orders and wait for further guidelines. What if I refuse? You don't want to say no to me, not unless you like jokes and value the truth. If so, then feel free to refuse. If I logged out at that moment, my investigation would be disrupted. I don't appreciate being forced to do things. Let me see what it is you've prepared here first. A gallant knight without her horse. I made some modifications. I hope you like a good show. I'm watching the cat. The cat's the sign of what's happening. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't have let the kid do that. You mentioned the kid. Do you mean Fredo? What are you talking about? Don't you know how corporations work? It's the son of the department director. Besides, day in, day out, we have those cabins. Stop interrupting me. You're making a big deal out of... Maybe we should have done something about it, but it was just 2 instances, and he was clever. He did it online, in Paradise Beach, so... Yeah, I figured out they knew what was going on, but why are you nagging me about it? I wasn't the only one who knew. Firing someone going by a hot photo in the area when everyone knows how to edit images, but Haggis vouched for him. The guest was gesturing and talking to somebody. I couldn't hear what the other person was saying. Fuck, alright, so you know. What are you going to do about it, midget? Intimidate me with your little bells on your little hat? Gonna blackmail me, burn my feet? What are you doing? Is that a cheat? What the... I wanted to say something, but I did something else against my will. Okay, maybe we should have done something about it. Oh. So, what now? Are you going to log out and deliver my demands to the old fart? I won't be your errand boy. He wasn't looking at his invisible companion, he was looking at me. The spell he was under didn't control his eyes. And I use eye control. You mentioned the kid. Did you mean Fredo? What are you talking? Okay. I tried moving my eyes a few times. Yes, I was able to move them and my programs were responding. And the Guardian Angel program. I issued a command and got separated from my body. Someone knocked over a chair, it fell down, and then it suddenly was back up, over and over again. All I had determined was there was a loop here. Inanimate objects didn't tell me much. That was all.
What do you need?
I'm watching you and I see that you're in trouble. I'm keeping my finger on the pulse. I meant I couldn't say anything. I needed to focus and send him the answers mentally. Ken, can you hear me? I'm sending my thoughts to you. I can hear you. You figured out mental control. I'm impressed. I'm stuck inside a loop. It's probably an external cheat, not an exploit. From what I know, there are no normal loops in TMP, but I could be wrong. Alright, Ken, thank you for your interest. I'll try to work something out. I'll do some work too. Let me know if you figured something out. They made love, or whatever that was, in a rather unusual bed. A water bed. You've only seen them in games these days. The sheet moved rhythmically forward and back. A loop. That was enough. A girl tried to fight, but she came up short. Typical TMP gameplay. You win some, you lose some. Let's check. No, she wasn't exposed. Let's turn on the investigation program. Rebecca Umba. Was she on any way connected with... Exactly, with whom? I still didn't know who had done all this. I copied her data to my notebook, just in case. The boy looked like Fredo, but I couldn't really be sure it was really him. I couldn't speak well in Guardian Angel mode, but I could still write him something. Something like, I'm Gamedec, Fredo. I'm here to help you. Can you respond with your voice? If not, blink 3 times. He blinked 3 times, so we weren't going to be talking. His blood pressure was elevated, but still within the norm. His hormones are oscillating, but within the norms as well. Sexual arousal, ecstasy, terror. His limbic system was red, but still everything within norms. I activated the investigating program. After the progress reached 100%, I was certain. It was Fredo Haggis. I knew everything. The guy was looped. He was staring at the scene, licking his thick lips, rubbing his cheek, gulping, and all over again. According to the analyzer, this guy couldn't see a thing, nor was he aware of what was going on. Time stopped for him, but that didn't fit. Every few seconds he looked at me, and I can tell he was conscious. It seemed as if someone was trying to conceal the cheat's true nature. There's nothing more to learn. I wonder why there was a cat in such a game. To set the mood? A typical NPEC. Well, not typical, but just as lifeless as everything around it. Caught in a loop. Take care, Furball. My skin felt strange to see it like this, even more strange seeing it repeat the same actions again and again. Showtime. I shouldn't see Jack unless it was something simple. Found it. It looks like a replay code. There was even a note from the designer. Right, the game was supposed to have a replay feature, but it hadn't been implemented. So it wasn't a cheat surrounding me. It was an unused game code. That's why the admins and security algorithms weren't reacting. Enough self-admiration. I looked better in Relium anyway. The kid seemed to be in a trance. He kept rhythmically opening his mouth and making spasmodic motions, as if he were still copulating and killing. He was trying to stop his digital body from all the compulsions, but there was nothing he could do. Make it stop. I can't stop. Breathe. It will help you control the spasms. I'll take you outside. It's all over now.
What a jolly surprise.
How shallow are the people who believe in easy solutions? Really, Gamedec, you were expecting. Just walk out of here, and I was counting on this being more interesting. He paralyzed me. I couldn't move a finger. All you had to do was log out and tell Haggis what you were supposed to. But people need drama and playing hero. Alright, Chief, I have a plan. Let me know when you're ready. I had no idea what he was doing. I didn't know whether to stop him or cheer him on. Okay, Ken is taking the initiative. Metallic noise kept getting stronger and stronger until it disappeared. I didn't think it would be working that way. Alright, I'll move it here. Chief, I'll be there in just a moment. Don't worry, your life is in good hands. Why wasn't it working? Maybe if I press here? Alright, Knight, allow me to show you a couple of things. Let's end this already. Breathe. It will help you control the spasms. I'm taking you outside. It's all over now. What are you doing here? My mind is not what it used to be, or is it? It certainly is what it's meant to be, what my creation wanted it to be, but it's not mine, is it? No, I am it created me. I wanted to be created, so it sang to me in my dreams from the ancient times. I answered, and now I serve it. They disappeared before someone else took their place. You again? What do you want? Not what, who, your precious ward. Give him back. You can't even take care of him properly. Look, he caught an infection. First under my breath. Fredo has caught a virus. The virus? Oh, did your clown friend forget to mention that? Maybe I'll meet you there. You take care of that and I'll wait somewhere here. Just hurry before little Fredo gets his brain fried by the virus. Gee, such a shame. How did he know all that? Did he observe me all the time? You're drinking. I can remember a time when you weren't drinking, but it's your health and your business. And you were probably screwing some model. Probably problems at work. I had to authorize the dismissal of a good employee. Alright, we gotta keep going before his brain is fried. I don't like this place. This virus is too messy. I need to do something about it. Oh, Gamedec, and here I was, thinking you won't come. Did you find your clown friend? I'm here, Jester. Give him back. Indeed, you are present, although you most likely do not understand the word presence. I don't have more digital tricks up my sleeve. I'm a little tired from all this. You win. The kid looks healthy enough, at least physically. He's at your disposal. And I, the avenger of a wronged woman, will go back to my clients and tell them that the world won't let them earn their misery. What do you mean? Just like you, I'm a contractor. Starlet hired me. You met her in Haggis's office. She was looking for justice for her girlfriend. The secretary of director of Haggis, who was blackmailed and sexually taken advantage of. She wasn't the only one. There was another woman taken advantage of by this son of a... If it not for me, there likely would have been even more. You see, our boy Fredo is quite the rogue, rascal, and scoundrel. No, wait, he's a son of a bitch and a juvenile scumbag. Let me have him. Let me finish what I started. Wait, what did Fredo do? He sexually abused the women working for his father. Clever boy, eh? What are you planning? I wanted to make a movie entitled Like Father, Like Son and post it online. I can use a few more scenes. See for yourself. A loop scene I've already seen appears on my deck. I think you've mentioned it before. You said it would make Haggis pay. I think you mentioned it before. You said it will make Haggis obey. Yes, perhaps. I'm getting confused with all the... There can be more than one cause for human action, Gamedec. You convinced me. The kid's yours. You're an interesting case, Gamedec. Tell Daddy to follow my guidelines. He'll do exactly as I say. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Now I have to talk to my client.
You're here. Good.
Finally, you're awake. What's happening to my son? Mr. Haggis, I was forced to stop the investigation. Why the hell would you do that? Fredo was inside, twisted and perverted. He was being held hostage by a hacker. Wait for me in the office. Why are you sitting there like that? Come over here. Fredo was imprisoned and twisted and perverted by a hacker wearing a jester skin. Your son was caught in a loop and lost control of his digital body, but he was aware of what was happening around him. Keep going, but choose your words very carefully. There was this theater with the stage. There was a bed on the stage. Fredo was having sex with some girl. The fragment where he was stabbing a dagger into her heart was looped. It must have been going on for hours. My Fredo. Everything was being recorded. The video was supposed to be entitled Like Father, Like Son. It was even on the marquee. It was supposed to be used for blackmail. What happened to Fredo? The hacker had a jester skin. He didn't look like a threat, but he had quite the arsenal. He was able to modify the game's content almost any way he wanted. He even trapped the admins. And my son. The hacker wanted me to give you a message. What is it? He said, do as you're told and await further instructions. Son of a... Haggis needs a while to process my story. He stares me down the entire time. He struggles to control his emotions as he wipes his face with his hand. You called, sir. Clear my schedule for the rest of the week. Call the doctor for an urgent house call at home, not here. That is all. I don't need anything else from you. I have my sources. I will find out what happened in that game. If my son gets hurt because of you, I will find you and destroy you. I have nothing more to say and calmly walk my way to the door. I snapped out of my thoughts. The apartment was overheated. The power must have gone out. I was covered in sweat. For a fraction of a second, something smelled rotten. I didn't understand. I showered in the evening, after all. I remembered the dream. A person was lying on a couch, fluids leaking through their suit. The stench was unbearable. I walked up to them and gently took off their helmet. It was me. That was when I woke up. Soon I started wondering how Fredo was doing. There's no time for slacking. I needed to restore the power to my apartment. Luckily, Bliss had a separate source of power. Home inspections are where major domos really shine. The system didn't find any defects in the apartment. The fault was on the provider's end, which in this case were the tower generators.
I'm here for you.
Could you contact the electricity provider and report a problem? Of course. Problem reported. I've been assured that everything has now been restored to working order. By the way, you have a new contract.
Breaking news.
It's Tuesday, July the 18th. My name is Gina Gord, and this is the news. Creation of Diginet by BWI is still a very controversial topic. The company's spokesperson strongly denies the gossip, saying that the psycho scans have been performed without the consent of the Psyche's owners. And more news coming up. Fredo Haggins, son of Blue Wells Interactive director Jeffrey Haggis, died due to severe brain damage. According to unofficial sources, it was the result of a hacker's attack that prevented the deceased from logging out of the game. The boy's broken-hearted father announced to our reporters that he's resigning from his position to focus on his family. This has been Warsaw City News, your source for up-to-date domestic and international news all day long.